Alright, what is good, guys? It's your boy Bar Tom Student. Today we're back here on GTA 5 once again with another speed glitch for you guys today on another one of the new cars in the Criminal Enterprises DLC. Today we have the brand new Omnis GT, obviously based off of the Audi e-tron GT in real life. And this thing is actually pretty sick looking, I'm not gonna lie. It's sleek and it's nice. There's not a whole lot of customization you can do to it, but I kind of like that. The simplicity with this car goes a long way, so I think it's really nice, and I love how you can slam it on its nuts. So, in true Bar Times 2 fashion, obviously we're going to do a test pull before and after the glitch so we can get a nice speed comparison, and also for those of you who haven't drove the car yet, you can kind of see how it handles and drives. So, let's go ahead and get right into that, shall we? Now, this thing is electric, so it is going to be a little bit weird. Can't hear it, obviously. Even when you rev it, I mean, you can hear it like a little bit. You can just hear the fucking, RGB fans in there or something spinning. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get right into this. We'll start off with an interior view, and then we'll do an exterior view. We're going to go ahead and rev it out. This thing is all-wheel drive, and obviously it's electric. So with it being electric, it's pretty torquey. And being all-wheel drive, it grips up and launches fairly quickly, especially for a sedan. So this is really not a bad car. In that aspect, but the top speed is lacking a lot. We're only hitting about 106 here. I think I maybe got it up to 120 on the highway, just from possibly curb boosting. I think maybe we'll go ahead and get an exterior view here as well. I actually love how this thing looks. I just hate electric cars, man. Come on, let me pollute the world. I'm just kidding, but seriously, man, you just can't beat actual cars with legitimate combustion engines and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I've just never liked electric cars. Can't stand them. Although this thing does look sick, it would sound so much better with a fat V8 in it or something, you know? Or a really torquey V6. I don't know, man. Something else. Not this, man. Please. Alright. But we got a nice little exterior view and an interior view of how this thing drives normally. And like I said, since it is all-wheel drive and electric, it's super torquey and it handles really good for what it is. So I think this thing would probably set some pretty good lap times, even though its top speed is kind of lacking. I think it kind of makes up for its acceleration and handling. It's pretty nimble for it being such a long car. It's fairly nimble. But today we are going to be using an older version of the speed glitch here. So we are going to be using the tire popping infinite burnout glitch. I did a couple of tests with some low grips on this car, and I couldn't really get anything to work. So if you guys do end up finding maybe some low grip speed glitches for this car that work for it, please let me know in the comments, and I'll try to look into it. But we are obviously going to want to make sure these tires pop all the way, and that was fairly quick. I believe this car will do the speed glitch with the tires flat and not popped all the way off the car, but in my personal experience over the years, letting the tires pop completely off the car not only helps the speed glitch last to its full amount, but it also gets you to the highest speed. I think they're a lot faster when you're literally just scraping rims. So before we do this glitch, I will say the requirements: you're obviously going to want to have maxed upgrades. This thing doesn't really have many performance upgrades because it is electric, so you don't have to worry about transmission and turbo tuning, but definitely max out that engine and max out the braking. As far as everything else goes, you should be fine. Obviously, no bulletproof tires. If you have them, you can take it to LS Car Meet and take them off. And I also have the car slammed on the lowest suspension. I just think it looks good. I don't think it needs it for this glitch, though, so you should be good with whatever you decide. And I also have 20% armor on the car. You don't need that either. That's just something standard I like to put on all of my cars. But let's go and get right into this. And like I said, this is an older version, so if you don't know how to do it, I'll go ahead and show you guys anyways. To start off this glitch, you're going to want to hold down on the gas and brake, and you're going to let go of the gas, let go of the brake, and we'll see how long it takes this car to grip up. Let's see one right here. It's maybe a second to a second and a half before the car starts gripping, and you want to keep that in mind because that is when you're going to tap back onto the brake. So, like I said, you're just going to start off a little bit of a burnout. You're going to wait for a second, let go of the brake, back on the brake, and you're in the infinite burnout speed glitch. And this thing is pretty quick in this speed glitch too. It honestly gets up to speed really quick. A lot of these infinite burnout glitches, the cars tend to kind of, I don't know, I guess bog and take a little bit to fully speed up. Also, if you want to know how to do that quick stop, all you gotta do is open up your interaction menu. For me, I have to hold D-pad, and then you flick up to a random character, cancel everything out. You should stop right in your tracks. But yeah, most of the infinite burnout speed glitches, especially on the rear wheel drive and front wheel drive cars, take a little bit to get going, but this thing is pretty quick. Again, I'll do another one for you guys. We're gonna hold down on gas and brake, let go of brake, back on brake, and you're gonna hold down both of them for the entire length of whatever you're racing on. Now, the interior view is gonna show that we're stuck at 36 miles an hour. Obviously, that is incorrect. I am going to let go of the brake around right here, and we'll see what speed we actually get up to. Only 117. But you cannot really trust that. I'm sure that, honestly, I think that this thing, with my experience in speed glitches in the past, and this particular glitch, I think that this thing will hit maybe 200 miles an hour. It's not one of the quickest speed glitches. It'll definitely still beat jets and rocket cars and everything else, just because of how quick that it is and how it's able to keep gaining speed. But I don't think it's in the higher end of the speed glitches. I think this one's just kind of fun to mess around with, but I don't think that it is the best speed glitch, or even in like the top 20, I don't think. But it's still fun to use, and it's definitely fun to mess around with, and the acceleration honestly really makes up for it. So it could end up beating even some of the higher and quicker like top speed glitches, just because of how quick the acceleration is on this thing. Like I said, some of those speed glitches do take a really long time to fully get up to speed, but once they get there, it's worth it. This thing just gets right up and goes and is already almost maxing out. So it's pretty quick, like I said, and it's definitely worth trying out, especially if you have the car, man. Give it a shot, maybe mess around with some of your friends. It's honestly shocking to me how many people don't realize that speed glitches are in this game. So you can still mess with some people, trust me. I know there's going to be a lot of people in the comments be like, oh, we've known this for years. Man, you'd be surprised. That's why I'm still making these videos, and that's why they're still getting views, is because people don't know that yet. And it's okay. I mean, a lot of, like, it's a glitch, and it's really not that spread around. So, I mean, I understand, but it's still fun to do. And if you guys are new to speed glitches, or want to see more, definitely check out my speed glitch playlist. I have, like, I think almost 50 speed glitches posted now over the past 5 years I've been doing this. So definitely check those out. I'll leave it in a pinned comment, and I will leave it at the top of the description for you guys. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and have some fun with this for a little bit before I have to go to bed. Because this thing's pretty fun, and you can even drift with it without even having low grips. Like, we're on regular tires right now, and you can still drift it. So, I mean, obviously it drifts a little bit better with low grips, but, I mean, it's still fun, all right? You can still definitely mess around with this thing. But I'll let you guys have a great rest of your day or night, and I truly appreciate everybody for supporting the channel here recently. We've had a lot of support and a lot of love, and I appreciate that dearly and truly. So thank you so much. And with that, it's been your boy Bar Times 2, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Love you guys.